Yeah. Him signing in on y'all. Yeah, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. But subscribe. Um, I don't think y'all heard me. Let me wind that back. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. But anyway, let's talk about, today we're going to talk about prison. And I see, and let's say I look at YouTube a lot, and when I see videos of stuff, and I see people talking about certain things, and I'm like, you know what, that's not all right. But I see these guys doing prison videos, and talking about, I seen one got video doing a video talking about, yeah, this how you get turned out in prison and all that, and they get your booty and all that. But let me tell you something, man. That type of stuff ain't happening in no prison. I done been in there before. And trust me, all this talk and all this stuff that they want you to think about prison, these are from guys that done been to prison. And when they get out, they want you to think they tough. They want you to think that, oh boy, man, I done 10 years. All that ain't nothing but a bluff, and it's a scare tactic. Trust me, if you've been to prison, you was a good boy. Prison is designed to break you, okay? That little tough role you trying to play when you get out, trying to let people know, man, I done 10 years, you don't want to let people know what you did for 10 years. You don't want to let people know that they made you eat bologna sandwiches on detail every day for 10 years. You don't want to let people know that they made you get up out of bed and stand there at attention while they count every day, 3 times a day. You don't want to let people know that they made you get in there and shave your face every day. You don't want to let people know that they made you get up and go walk 20 miles picking up paper every day on the side of the road. You don't want to let people know that they made you go to lunch and eat every day, tell you when to eat, tell you, and when you get done eating, they make you sit there with your hand in your lap until they tell you to get up and follow in line and get back to your dormitory. You see, all this right here, tough as you playing when you get out of prison, tough as you claim you are, when you get out because you've been in there, you don't tell people all that. Them folk made you be a good boy. You don't tell people that when you get out that them prison guards had you saying, yes, sir, or no, sir, yes, sir, sir, yes, sir, sir, yes, sir. See, they don't tell you that part, do they? But they want you to think they all this tough guy when they get out. You see what I'm saying? And all this part about, they'll get your booty in prison. They won't get your booty and all this and that. Put a knife to your neck and get your booty. Man, ain't nothing like that happening in no prison. There ain't nobody doing nothing like that, bro. Ain't nobody studying about trying to get your booty. Now, if you go in there wanting somebody to get your booty, I guess they'll take you up on the offer. But it ain't no such thing. Ain't nobody tying you down, taking your booty. Nobody ain't doing nothing like that. Let me tell you what's going on in prison. What's going on in prison? It's all about people trying to hustle. People trying to hustle and trying to come up. That's all people doing in prison. It's all about, everything is all about a hustle. Shoot, somebody trying to sneak food from the kitchen to sell to you. People selling stuff, trying to sell stuff or doing something to make them a hustle. Sell cigarettes, sneak stuff in, to make money. That's what prison all about. It's about a hustle, man. All this stuff that they try to make these guys that get out and try to make you think prison ain't even nothing like that, man. And like I say, it's a prison. Prison is a camp to break you, okay? And when you get out, like I say, yeah, you might have some dummies that go do the same thing and get right back in. And like I say, when they get back in, you're going to go through that same process again. And at the end of the day, you take some dudes, the one that go back. See, if you get out of prison and you go back, then you know what I'm saying? You just a flunky. You're a do boy. You like being told what to do. But you take a real boss don't like taking orders from nobody else. He like to give orders. So at the end of the day, a real boss, if he go to prison, he ain't going back. Why? Because he don't enjoy nobody telling him what to do. No, I'm a boss. I'm a real boss in my mind. I ain't with nobody telling me what to do every day, telling me when to go to work, making me walk 20 miles in the hot sun, picking up paper on the side of the road, telling me it's 30. I'm sad that we are sad and Sunday. We in the dormitory. We ain't got to work, trying to lay in the bed and sleep. Got to get up for count 3 times a day and stand there. You know what I'm saying? Got to get up from counting every day. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't enjoy that, you know. So you got to get in the shower, enjoy taking a shower. Jokers in there masturbating in the shower, you know, shooting all everywhere. You feel me? Make you don't even want to take a bath in there. You feel me? You know, man, you think I want to go in here and these jokers in here masturbating all in the shower, skeeting all everywhere, and you got to go in there and take a shower? Shoot, man, I used to take me a wash up in the sink. You know, I ain't trying to go up in here and these jokers masturbating, you know, and doing all this crap in the shower, man. You know, you go in there, you see joker, you know, sperm all over the floor and on the wall and stuff. You see, man, like I say, man, see, there's a lot of stuff that they don't tell you. And like I say, you so tough, but you're not explaining what kind of environment you was in when you was in there. But like I say, them folks will break you. They'll break you. You either gonna be a slave for life, or either you gonna be a boss and say, I ain't going back in there. But if you a slave for life, that means you get out and do something else and go right back. That means you enjoy them telling you what to do. That means you can't make it in this world on your own without somebody being the boss over you. That's why you reoffend and you go back. Because like I say, anybody in their right mind, if you're a real true boss, you do not enjoy going to prison, somebody telling you what to do. Bruh, I want to throw up every minute. I couldn't take it. No, nobody telling me what to do. But you take people who go to prison and go back, they love people telling them what to do. That's what you call a house nigga. You love, yes, sir, boss. You love going in there saying, yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, bruh, not me. I don't enjoy nobody. I ain't enjoy them telling me what to do. No, telling me I got to shave. You know, you got to do everything they tell you to do. You going to get up. You going to do what they tell you to do. Oh, you going to do it. You can get out of prison and say, oh, all this stuff you want to say, but trust me, you going to do it. Because they call that SIR team in, and they come in with them sticks and that shield and them helmets on. Oh, they going to beat you. You going to do it. You going to do what they tell you to do. So don't try to get out of prison and act like, oh, you this hard gangster. Oh, I did 10 years. You want people to look at you like, you know, you this gangster. And let me tell you something else. I'm going to tell you something else that I ain't never heard nobody tell you. Man, you know, I heard LL say in his song, I take a muscle-bound man and put his face in the sand. When you go to prison, you see a lot of guys with muscles. But you can see you see a guy with muscles and all this working out he do. Somebody walk up and slap him, he'll fold up and cry like a baby. That's what you get. That's like the only thing that I got out of prison is some stuff. That's one thing I learned is when I got out that I did stuck with me. Man, just cause you got all them muscles, nigga, I'll slap you and make you bow down and start crying. You know, all the muscles don't mean nothing in prison. You can have all the muscles you want to. And let me tell you something. Old age in prison is dangerous. Bruh, I'm actually shocked. I'm actually shocked. Dude, I have seen old man whoop a young dude. And I've seen this more than one time. I'm like, boy, them old men in there, they will slap the taste out of your mouth, boy. And I'm talking about slap the sense in you. I remember I got transferred to a camp, right? So a new camp. They transferred me to new camp. Okay, this is my first day there. So I got up early. I got there the day before. So I got up early. You know, I'm in a new camp here. I'm around all these new people. And I can say, you know, so I was sitting at the table watching TV. So they was sitting there, the old man and the young dude was sitting there in front of me. So they sitting there, you know, they were arguing about the basketball, because the old man, he coached he a referee. And when the guys they had the basketball team, but the old man, he a referee. And so the young dude was sitting there, they were just going back and forth. Oh, you know, they sit there going back and forth. So, but when I think I came, yeah, they was there before me. So, but when I came there and sat down behind them, well, the young dude, he started getting ugly with it, you know, trying to show out in front of me. I'm new there, so he trying to impress me, trying to make me think he's something or whatever, I guess. But anyway, he started just start cussing the old man out, and just darn, you just getting ugly with all, you old MF this and that, you don't know nothing. You don't you don't know nothing about no referee. I don't even know why they letting you referee. He just going off on the old man. So the old man, I seen the old man take his foot down off the bench and start sliding his flip-flops on. And he got up and stood up over the young boy and shook his hand like this. And said, you want to be ugly about it, huh? You want to be ugly about it. He said, bye, y'all. Boy, he slapped that dude, man. I'm talking about that lick. It was like, bye. When he slapped him, his glasses flew off his face in the kitchen. And the kitchen was right behind us. So his glasses went in the kitchen. And the dude that was in there cooking breakfast, they came out with the glasses. He was like, hey, man, y'all need to quit playing, man. Who threw these in here? Man, I was laughing so hard. I said, he didn't throw them. I said, he knocked them in there. He slapped them in there. But, yeah. But, yeah, man, I've seen old man that will whoop a young dude in there. So at the end of the day, the one thing about it, when you do go in there, if you live in there, don't think because you a young dude with muscles, don't think that 60, 70-year-old man over there won't whoop you. And I don't know. It just seemed like old men in prison, boy, they get powerful. They go back to their young days or something. Because like I said, I done seen this happen more than once, an old man whoop a young dude. And I'm like, darn. I'm talking about, I don't know how that happened, but all I do know, I done seen that, bro. Yeah. But, yeah. And also tell you something else about prison. Prison is 75%. No, I'm going to go with 80. I'm going to say prison is 80% crackheads. Yeah, you heard me. Prison is 85% crackhead, man. And why I tell you that is that you get these crackheads in prison. They get in there and they dry out, skin clear up, or they do them a few push-ups. You think they normal dude. But all along, this ain't nothing but a crackhead done got in here and cleaned himself up and done did a few push-ups, and now he think he's something now. He think he about it now. He think he about it now. You feel me? And so that right there is another something I learned. Cause like I say, I seen a lot of wolves in there. Then when you hear the scoop on them, yeah, man, that nigga used to be out there on the street smoking crack. I'm like, what? He did? Dude got the muscles and Oh, you tell him? Yeah, man, that nigga was out there smoking dope on the street. That nigga, I was like, darn, okay. So I heard that a lot about a lot of different ones. But at the end of the day, I learned that in there. Man, all these jokers in prison trying to be tough, a lot of them were number crackheads anyway out there on the street. Running cars for the dope man. Just to get them a hit. But they get in prison and they get themselves cleaned up and the skin clear up a little bit and do a few push-ups or whatever, and then they think they something again. I had this dude that, he let me see one of his cassettes. So I thought you just let me listen to it. You talking about when I'm gonna give you the money. What you mean when I give you the money? Man, if I let you see my tape, you got to buy it. I said, no, bro, that ain't how it work. I thought you just let me listen to it. I said, well, I ain't tell you nothing about I was going to buy it from you. So I'm like, wait a minute, man. Then it's time to get back to your dormitory. So he had to pull out. He was at my dorm, and so he had to go back to his dorm. And so I'm like, you know what, man? This nigga trying to make me buy something from him. So I'm like, oh, bruh, let me tell you something, man. And keep in mind now, I'm just ready to like lose it on this here, because you're gonna try to play me. And like I say, one thing when you trying to run game on me, you gotta speak up. When a joker try to run game on you, you got to speak up and let him know, bro. Hey, I ain't finna let you run no game on. I do know what you do. But if I let you run game on me, that's when you gonna lose total respect from everybody. Everybody gonna be running game on you. But I just quickly let him know, bro. I took his tape over that to him. I said, bro, here go your tape, man. But like I say, I'm gonna tell you this here. Don't try to run no game on me, bro, because I ain't said nothing about buying this tape from you. You said I can listen to it. I said, you know what I'm saying? I said, furthermore, I got a good mind to slap you. I told him like that. And I had to. I told him like that, no, man, we good. And all along, then later on, they told me, man, that nigga was a crackhead on the street. You see what I'm saying? And this nigga gonna try to bluff me. You know what I'm saying today? Yeah. But that's just how a lot of things go in prison. And but I tell you, the best thing that happened to me is that when I went to prison, I got up on my bed and read my Bible, and God protected me. I got the most respect when I was in there. I mean, and it's all because of God. It's like, I got up on my bed and I read my Bible. Man, I'll be reading my Bible, and, you take guys, come down there talking loud or something. Man, you'll have about 3 or 4 dudes that jump up. Hey, man, y'all get up down here. Y'all see that dude reading the Bible, man. Y'all better get up down here, man, with all that loud noise. And I was just shocked, like, darn, man, I mean, you know what I'm saying? The thing about it, like, and I'm gonna advise you people, I don't wish that nobody go to prison. I wish that nobody do nothing to go to prison. But if you are in prison, and if you do go to prison, bruh, trust me, you in there for a reason. And you're not in there for what you did. You're not in there for what you did. You in there because God done set you down, and he giving you an opportunity to read the Bible before he kill you. You better think about it. This could be your last chance. God might be getting ready to kill you, but he going to give you a chance to see if you're going to obey his word and teach and listen to his word before he kill you. Because maybe he might be saying, if you're not going to read my word, if you're not going to obey my word, I might well just kill you. Because at the end of the day, you in prison for a reason. And like I say, I took that opportunity, and I read up on I took that opportunity, that I was granted by God. And like I say, when I first went in there, I wasn't thinking about reading no Bible, So when I first went in, okay, I'm gonna tell you what made me really buckle down and read my Bible. So there was these guys over in the corner, young dudes, YN that y'all call them now. These young guys. So these guys, I'm talking about, man, these guys was over there working. These young dudes, they ripped up. I'm talking about, they got stomach muscles. I mean, these dudes are cut up. I mean, nice looking young mans. I'm talking about, So they was over there talking. So I goes over there, and I try to blend in the little workout with them. And so I thought they were talking about women. I go over that, man. Yeah, man, I had this and that women, and I was I was out, man. I had this. Oh, darn, I'm dropping my thing here. But I think, yeah, I had this and that. I'm talking about all the girls I done had and this and that. And the dude told me, he said, whoa, 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 brother. Said, we don't talk like that, man. We serve the Lord. And man, you talking about somebody felt like a fool. I felt so stupid. I felt so embarrassed that these young dudes over here talking about God and serving God, and I'm up here old as I am. I should be doing that. I mean, I felt so stupid. I felt so embarrassed. But I tell you what, from that day then, I went, got my Bible, jumped up on my bed. I said, I don't understand all this when people tell me, read chapter this, or read verse this, read chapter. I don't understand that. Only way I'm going to understand this Bible if I take it and start with page 1 and go to the end. And that's what I did. I was so buried in the Bible, and then it was time to eat. Man, people be like, hey, man, you gonna eat? Hey, man, you better come and eat something, man. I mean, I was losing weight. Dude, I wasn't even hungry. The food was in that Bible. That was my food. I didn't even want to get off the bed and go eat. You know what I'm saying? I was reading that Bible. So at the end of the day, you know, if you go to prison, best thing you do, you best pick up your Bible and read your Bible, bro. Because trust me, that's why you in there, to read that Bible. You're not in there for the crime you committed. God got you in there setting you down so you can hear his word before he kill you. Because like I say, I don't think God gonna kill nobody without giving them a chance to obey his word first and listen to his word and read, you know. So when he set you down, you better take that opportunity. Don't go to prison, go up in there playing and hee-hawing and learning how to live in there and not read the Bible, because you wasting time. And like I say, some people go in there, and the number one thing you don't need to do, don't go in there learning how to live in there. Because if you go to prison and you learn how to live in there, you're going to come back again. But me, shoot, I read my Bible and kept my mind out of prison. And then they tell you, oh, when you in here, man, don't think about the street, man. Don't think about the street. No, I thought about the streets every day. No, and that's, I think of, if you don't think about the street, then that means you're learning how to live in there. You're learning how to live in there, you know. And at the end of the day, I went in there and I didn't get not now DR. I didn't get rolled up not one time. And I remember we was coming back from detail one day, and the officer told me, he said, hey, come here, let me holler at you a minute. He said, let me ask you something. He said, what? He said, so let me tell you something, man. He said, you don't seem like the type of dude that'll be in here. He said, I don't know what it is that they got you charged with to send you here. They sent you here. But I tell you what, he said, I just don't believe. I said, man, you know what? I said, they got me with terrorist threats. I said, that's what they sent me here for. I said, and I'll tell you what happened. I was dating 2 sisters, okay? When they found out that I was dating both, I was sleeping with both of them. When they found out, they turned against me. They went and told a lie on me and said that I told them that I'm threatening to burn their house down. And they folk locked me up for that. I could have went to court, but I took a plea. And I don't know why I took a plea. I took it because I feel like it was something it was something that God had to tell me. Now I could have beat that. And even though when I took the pleas, like my mom and dad, they came up to the courthouse and they were like, you know what? They said, we're gonna get you a lawyer. I said, no, don't worry about it. I'm gonna go ahead and take a plea. And they were like, what? What you mean you gonna take the plea? I said, I just feel like it's something I need to know. And that's where I felt. I felt like I needed to go. And I said, I could have beat that. But, you know, I went on and read my Bible. Like I say, where I'm at with God now, I'm okay. And I feel like if I never would have went to prison, I never would have picked up a Bible. I never would have. I know me. I wouldn't have. So, yeah, it's a good thing that I did go. I'm good. But anyway, I'm here. I'm signing out on y'all, man.